So we're going to be talking LinkedIn ads for B2B companies. So this is business to business. This is not direct to consumer or anything like that. These are higher priced lifetime value clients. These are bigger deals. And so there's a couple of key things to keep in mind with this kind of advertising. The first is that I'm going to show you this kind of ugly chart, but it highlights a point that B2B buyers are not impulse shopping. They are not buying on the initial click into your website. So this is really important to visualize because if you're running any kind of traffic to your website, which you should be, there might be a mix. There's all sorts of cold channels. This could be Facebook ads. This could be LinkedIn ads, which of course I love. There's Google search traffic, and then there's SEO organic. So, and it's hard for us as business owners and as marketers because we're driving traffic to our website. And I think a lot of us have this mindset that if I drive the traffic to the website and I optimize the website, they should be converting. But for B2B, it just doesn't work that way. And if you take a step back and you realize they're not buying a pair of $20 or $30 shoes, they're not going to convert on that first click. What else are they doing? If they're actually in the market to buy right now, they're evaluating 5 or 6 other options. And so what actually happens, the only thing that initial click should tell you is that they are possibly in the market and that they are researching options. Now, if they are clicking on 5 other competitor websites, then what's more important than anything is what happens after that click. Retargeting them, staying in front of them, and what you retarget them with. That's how you win the deal in B2B marketing. It's not targeted traffic to your website in a website that converts. It's not just click funnels. This isn't e-com. It's a different mindset. And I know a lot of us are adapting to a B2C, we're stealing stuff that we love from that kind of marketing. But this is one thing where we have to hold the line and say, no, this is completely different than B2B. What we actually have to do after we grab that initial intent signal, that digital hand raise that says, I'm in the market, I'm curious, now you're on my radar, we then go to work. That's where the work begins. And I have another diagram here that kind of shows just on the LinkedIn side how that works. The cold traffic, very targeted to the website, but then we have a plan to build trust and credibility with that group over time to help them convert. And I say build trust and credibility as my main area of focus because I view this as when someone clicks into your website, they're on your radar, you're on their radar, they're looking for a solution. There's 3 objections you have to overcome. One is it's not the right time, or I'm looking around, I'm doing my research. So simply retargeting them with anything, any kind of ad, anything with your logo is going to overcome that objection. The other 2 objections are I don't know you yet, I don't trust you yet, or I don't know that you're the expert. So I would spend all of my time and effort as a B2B marketer focusing on those objections. Because like I said, anything with your logo on it is going to overcome the first one. And what's crazy to me is I think the majority of ad campaigns I've seen just focus on that. They target traffic to the website and then just try to stay in front of them. But there's not a whole lot of game plan or strategy or thought of what you're putting in front of them or overcoming any additional objectives, or definitely not trying to build trust and credibility. So what kind of ads does that look like and the campaign structure look like with this kind of strategy? So it looks like a very simple structure up front. So if I go into a LinkedIn cold campaign, it's going to be super simple. We have one campaign running. We have, tested a series of different ads. And so for this one, let's look at this. They're very simple. They're actually pretty boring, pretty straight to the point. And like I said, the only thing we're looking for here is a digital hand raise. So we don't want to beat around the bush. We don't want to, put a funny meme or get too clever here and get all this traffic that isn't really showing intent. It would be like getting a bunch of low intent blog traffic to your website and then trying to retarget that. It'd be so unfocused that it wouldn't be that helpful. So it's actually a good idea to just be really straightforward and get the intent signal, get the digital hand raiser up front. And so I actually tested a dozen or more creatives, and we actually have a super simple funnel. We have $250 a day going behind one creative, and it's a kind of like a visual case study. It's a screenshot of how we lost money on cold ads and then 3x our investment on retargeting. And so it's very clear, we're a LinkedIn ads agency. This is some information about results around LinkedIn ads. And so those clicks, we just run that simple ad to get the initial hand raise. And then it actually gets a lot more complex on the back end. Once we know that they're interested in LinkedIn ads, they're curious to learn more, then we build the case for our company. We tell them who we are, what we do, what we stand for, what we're passionate about, what our area of expertise is, how we help clients, the clients' results that work with us in the news, case studies, testimonials. So when I look at so that's super simple. One actual campaign and one creative is our cold campaign. But when you look at our retargeting, it's a dozen plus campaigns running in different pockets, different segments to different time lapses of audiences. So when I go back to look, we have a 30-day high intensity round. We have a 90-day medium intensity round. We have a 180-day kind of just drop off and nurture, lightly nurture. And we're putting all these different ad layers and ad types and building. This is where we spend 80 to 90% of our time building out, focusing, refining, because this is where customers are actually want. And this is how you do B2B marketing, and specifically B2B LinkedIn marketing.